keep clear of the marshes, and move towards the center. Okay. The supply station is just a little bit better. And can we do anything about anything here? We'll soon find out if we can attack or not. So let's try to do some attacking. And it looks like it's not a complete disaster. We are fighting, but as you can see here, we ran out of supplies already. However, advance is being made. Alright. However, I'm sure we would not be able to recover much of our precious organization. Here our tanks are being defeated and they're retreating. So let's send our troops towards this area right here and see if that changes anything for us. Okay, so maybe that area is going to be supplied much better. These will go into reserve. Alright, we have won a battle and we're trying to stay sane now. Here we're being attacked by the Soviets. Privatize everything further. Looks like we're winning battles. Here the situation is very bad. In any case, we're leaving our trenches where we spent so much time, and we'll move into the center where supply once again is not to defeat. Wow, that's so bad. Everything's so bad. Okay. These troops of mine are kind of lost a little here, I think. We'll see if the supply station doesn't change. We'll just have to go back. That's it. So what's happening? We're spearheading towards Moscow. So as you can see, their offensive was certainly a major success for them. And here it looks like we do have some supply, not heaps, but like just enough to stay on the defense. And we are fighting them consistently and winning battles. However, here in the south, it's very, very bad. We'll leave one tank division on the line. Okay, these divisions don't have anything, no supply whatsoever. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going get some of these on the front line, just like that. And others will need to be prepared to go back, because I kind of see this as a certain move against us. Look at that, their heavy tanks did manage to break into Crimea again, but I think that the previous troops have all died, but I'm not certain about that. Haven't noticed really. Okay, here, what do we have here? You can stay and spread out. You're here, fine. It looks like we do have some supply, and in some areas we're even attacking them. And it's not a long shot. Let's attack them even further. That's like against one division, I think. Yeah, so we better travel forward. Here, another tragedy, 32,000 dead. At least we know it's a tragedy, right? Would the Soviets know it was a tragedy to lose 35,000, or would they call it a patriotic war? Or would they call it patriotism? How would they call it? How would they call 32,000 dead? You tell me. Here, 2 divisions can't do much. And Soviets have successfully moved on our positions. Change the command. Let's just blame the politicians. It's fine. And oh, they have decided Operation Citadel. Field Marshal Manstein initially believed that the German army should go on the strategic defensive and deliver strong counterblows with their panzer divisions. He was convinced that the Red Army would deliver its main effort against the Army Group South. He proposed to keep the left strong while retreating to the right to the Dnieper River, followed by massive counterblows to the flank of the Red Army advance. This idea was rejected by Hitler, as he did not even temporarily want to give up so much terrain. At the top of the German Army High Command, OKH, Colonel General Kurt Zeitzler and others did not approve of Manstein's defensive strategy and instead wanted to attack. Contrary to his recent behavior, Hitler gave the OKH considerable control over the planning of the operation. Over the next few weeks, they continued to increase the scope of the forces attached to the front, stripping other areas of the German line of anything useful for deployment in the operation. Okay, so it looks like they finally admitted in 1943, well, in this obviously scenario, that it's time to defend. And so hopefully we'll work things out. Here everybody's retreating. Even with enough supply, everybody's retreating. I'm not sure why. In any case, most of my troops are on the line. Here we're gonna create a reserve. I like that we have organization, so it looks like we're fighting, and if we're not fighting in the south, things are not like completely disastrous. We fight and we die, at least we fight. Previously in the south we didn't fight at all, so it wasn't good anyway. Okay, here let's advance further. Yeah, let's try and strike them, see what's gonna happen. This is gonna be a major battle, and it looks like they just Wow, this is incredible. It looks like they're losing and we're losing. And the Battle of Robbery, well, that's not Bobrovitsia, the one that I'm currently looking at, but still a major battle. So what's going on here? It looks like allies are fighting this too. Complete disaster. A complete and absolute disaster. Let's get out of this. Everybody lost organization. However, we're regaining organization. That's the most important thing, is that we're regaining organization. But here we're not regaining organization anymore. We're out of supply again. We're out of supply. So none of the operations can take place if we are so badly out of supply all the time. Okay, I think that more of these divisions are out of supply. The scenario is changing again. Let's just go back. Let's just go back and never come back. Those fools there can just kind of choke on their own piss without water. And we are going to sit with the Romanians, drink Italian wine that's coming through those lines and supplies, and we'll wait for the enemy, and that's it. Okay. That's it. That's it. Nothing can be achieved in here. However, they are fighting. Another major defeat. Look at that, 42,000 troops have died for the Battle of Chornobyl. 42,000 against their 3,000. It looks like we were running into their well-prepared defensive positions, and we were not thinking about anything more. Look at that, 34,000 have died. Okay. Who else died, right? No, what's that? Okay. It looks like I'm finally issuing orders to retreat and people are listening to me. We can't we can't win this. We can't. At least not today. Everybody, as you can see, is not recovering. Or most are not recovering. Here, go back. Holding on the Romanian side was a good idea, but I felt that I wasn't doing anything really, you know. And it looks like there wasn't much I could do, really. So, just go back. At least on the Romanian side we had something to eat. More research available? Okay. Let's see. Infantry. Motorized support units, no. Motorized infantry, no. Artillery. Could go for some ammo types. This would give some defensiveness. Anti-tank, anti-air units. Armor. Yeah, that's extra wide tank tracks that I was in need so much. Electronics. Communications, radio communications, infantry radio communications. Okay, now things gonna look a little bit better. Definitely. So, how our tanks look like? It looks like we are having currently Nazi tanks. We started with the Soviet tanks. How's our infantry look like? It's 1940 model and upgrading. It's 1943 right now. Machine gun focused battalions are underway. All in all, we have a lot of stuff. Infantry strength increases, so on and so forth. Precision warfare, mass assault, human wave. We know quite a few things. Certainly we know quite a few things. How to fight. Alright, and as you can see, we're retreating and we're barely recovering. It's good that we are recovering, but everybody doesn't have organization. I kind of suspect that the AI organization could be working a little bit differently. Look at this lifeblood right here. In any case, we're unable to successfully do much. But maybe just a little bit later we will conduct additional operations where we will win. So maybe we'll launch another KS Blue operation soon. But first of all, I want everybody to get together. I'm probably going to reduce the difficulty or increase the fightness of the soldiers, whatever you want to call it. And with this increased ability to fight, we may launch another offensive on our enemy. We'll see what's gonna happen. Fuel needs to be added and supplies. So, look at that, their strength already recovering on this ground. So far so good. Let's wait. Nazis are already entering Romanian territory. So the Romanians did got something out of it. Alright, let's see how things are going. They are not going well. But they're not going completely disastrous either. Here we see that the Japanese are hardly able to do much about that many Russian tanks and equipment. They do have enormous numbers there. So everybody that's in the occupied territory out of supply, but everybody that's in the Romanian territory is fully supplied. So that's the thing. And everybody that's in the Romanian territory without a supply is moving very, very slow. Extremely slow. And they're gonna travel for like a week just to kind of cross a province without fuel. So we'll just have to wait for a long time. These need to go behind line. And that's it. A lot of movement is going on, but the Soviets can't really kind of dislodge us, but they are pushing us forward to our own territory. I just kind of expect or suspect that in our own territory we will be much more capable of conducting operations than otherwise could have been. Let's privatize. We'll take all those headquarters that we can. Or we're just, yeah, let's just kind of attach them to internal security office. Maybe they'll find use for these, and it's fine if we are researching technology that should not be researched because it would take too long. So here the Soviets are closing in. Undoubtedly. It's October 1943. Look at these divisions. What would these do without fuel? Well, they would probably have to buy local fuel or steal fuel, or just wait for fuel for weeks, which is exactly what's happening. They're waiting for a drop of fuel to come in, and it's not working out. Or national decisions, not worth it. Here we're waiting. Okay, the Nazis are retreating into this territory of ours also. Our tanks will soon reach our lines. And the Soviets are closing in. It looks like they are on the offensive quite good. They're confident. They are undoubtedly. In here, the Italians are roaming all through the Saudi Arabia to Iraq. We should probably declare war to Iraq so that the Italians could march forward into the Soviet territory here and also into United Kingdom. So I'm becoming less neutral and I'm declaring war on them. So hopefully they'll be at war with everybody. Yeah, they are at war with everybody now. So that's a bit better for us. Slightly. This should make everybody move forward with that. They're attacking Italians in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully they have enough supply there. Sure they do. And here should soon reach our line. Our tanks are fully supplied and fully organized, as you can see. They just needed a week of wooden supply, that's it. Snowfalls increase. And soon is over. Okay. Done. Look at these Soviets right here. They will soon cross the river. And looks like they're making deep cuts in territory. And our forces are once again ready, almost ready for another offensive. Just this time we'll have all that precious supply. You see it says divisions all over the place. In any case, I'm sure we're going to defend the Romanian border for a long time, for as long as we have all that supply. let's retreat. Look at that, it took them so long to walk all this way without supplies. We already see and get in contact with their Nazi corps commanders and their tank divisions that are nearby. The Soviets don't have that many troops here on the border, and our infantry divisions that traveled so long now can just move as if it's a breeze. Okay, everybody seems to be in a position, huh? These few need to go now back finally. Counter anybody else? Okay, you can just stay here, and I will see. Maybe we'll launch another offensive.